Welcome back to the channel. Hey guys, how's it going? As you can tell, a little bit of crappy internet weather now today that I'm fighting with. Sorry if the stream drops out a little bit here and there. And yeah, there's not much I can do about it, but I thought I'd just show up anyway. What we're working on today is, for the last couple of days, is Cyberpunk themed soundtracks, which I release as Ableton Live templates. Here's how it's sounding. I've just recorded this. Oh no, this is bad. Sorry, I just made a mistake. The part that I just recorded is a hi-hat part, and I'm going to just be joining it up into its own loop. Boom. This is a kind of a part B for this section here. Yeah, there we go. That's what we're after. Alright, so you can kind of see these hats over here doing their thing. Just a little bit of extra rhythm on top of the existing loop. But I do need something more. So I'm going to use this pad over here. I'm going to use this pad over here to augment the whole arrangement. If you're just new to the channel, or you just stopping by for the first time, drop a link in the chat. I mean, drop a chat message in the chat. My brain's all over the place. End of the work day. Drop a chat message. I always enjoy chatting to you guys while I work. And yeah, if you're into Ableton Live and you enjoy working on projects that don't, not starting from scratch, then this is the channel for you. I release full songs, full compositions with the project files, and they're editable, so you can basically do what you like with them. And yeah, the hope here is to find other people who are into Ableton like me, or music production like me, and want to up their Ableton game by not starting with just an empty slate or blank slate. Hope you forgive me. I don't feel like too much like talking today, but if you show up, I'd love to have a chat with you. That's one of the highlights of my day, actually, is connecting with you guys. So don't be afraid. Okay. First things first, let's get that clap, which sounds horrible, and let's get it to sound good. Okay, it's called Visions Clap, and it's definitely the wrong height, the wrong. That's it. That's it. That sounds a little bit too on the low end. That's good. That's good. Now we need a some ascends and returns. I'm going to just open up my stream over here. You can see what I'm doing. What I'm doing next is, so this whole song, this whole composition that you're hearing now is a sound alike for the reference track, which is from the Cyberpunk 2077 soundtrack. So I'm imitating that soundtrack like as close as I can. You can't hear it playing right now, but you can see it's over here playing. And the intention here is to make sounds that sound as much as possible like that game, for game makers of Cyberpunk themed games to use in their productions. That's the idea. So yeah, let's get on with it. That's good. I'm going to go a little bit shorter. I'm just going to cut this down. The sample itself needs to just be still too loud, still too long at least. That's it, yeah. Okay, let's go. Alright, let's keep it going, guys. Let's keep it going. I do want to add a bit of reverb to this, though. I don't like the straight up reverb, non-reverby, dry sound that I'm currently hearing. So I'm going to go and steal reverb from Kit 2. I've found a nice combination here of reverb and echo. I'm going to just drop them there. I hope it works. Yes, it does. Now I can take send B, which is the reverb. There you go. now it fits in a much nicer. Good. And now next up we want to actually go into kind of overdrive so that you can see the drum beat changes after a couple of bars here. What I'm going to do is take the second passage over here. Where am I editing here? Okay, you can hear that has only got a one clap sound. This one over here. Let's just solo out the beats. Okay, so there's no clap on kit 1. There's a clap like a 707 clap on kit 2, and there's a zap on kit 3. So that one there kind of has to be taken out if we're going to be including it as a massive kick clap. Yeah, that kind of replaces it. All right, and then the zap can kind of remain on this one here. Or maybe it doesn't need to. A little bit extra. No, you can't really hear it. I'm not going to do it. Okay. 1 and 2. I'm just going to preview this beat. 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Kind of got a nice irregular sounding beat, which I like. And now we're going to duplicate this. For the second one to be not as regular. So here, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that should be there. 3, 4, yeah. So this is a pretty cool beat here. This clap does it all. Okay, good. Alright, so I've done a good enough job now of getting the arrangement down. I just feel like I need to augment this thing. This could bring up tune. I want that to feature a bit more. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and I'm gonna have another one here. Boom. Okay, that's all we need. Good. Join it and loop it there. And then I'll bring it in again at the end here as a sort of afterthought. Okay. It's going to clash with the bass, but anyway, let's try it out. Okay, here's how it starts. Pad wobble. Good. Hear the reference track again. Okay, so this sound over here, this one sound over here, what I'm doing now is trying to emulate this reference track. It's more of a sub, so it's cool, you know, it's cool tom. I just don't want it to sound too to the original, basically. So we got a little bit of wobble, a little bit of leeway at least on this. Let's show the automation. Make sure that every time we approach a change, we're actually doing a nice build up on the kick. So I'm going to include a nice, there we go. Now you'll see the kick will start to sound a little bit distorted as it approaches this drop. Okay, and then this pad comes in again here. Not quite sold on this pad just yet. I think it needs a little bit of work. It's got a good start though. Plastic shimmer, maybe we just try this out. A little bit more of a digital distortion vibe might work well. I think that's better, yeah. Less of the actual tone and more of the digital distortion. Okay, we're going to copy that and stick it here just before the bass comes in. So the drops at the bass. Actually, you know, we just kind of do the thing of keeping it going there. Okay, good. Let's keep on with this. I think the actual I think we need another kick in there. Something that is more aggressive. We need an aggressive kick in there. This has to sound like whoa. Okay, so let's get an aggressive kick in there. We've got a kick 1 over here. That's not really what we're after. Let's try and bring in kick 2. This one here, and we're going to use this chain selector to find something suitable in my existing arsenal of kicks. And I think I'm going to do that. There's the kick. That's it. Alright. Bring it up. Cool. What is cooking? Whoever you are just joined. How's it going? I see we've got one viewer on the stream. I'm making cyberpunk music, and right now I'm hunting for a nice aggressive kick to join this beat. That is quite nice. Let's hear it out. And then we have to actually just copy this, or just maybe even move it. I like this kick much better than the other one. What about if we do both? Good, we're gonna it's got both actually. Both is much better. So then all we've got to do is just get over to here and copy all of these kicks to the new one. I don't want this to slide. There we go. Okay, that's definitely something missing from the original. Okay, at this point, when this big beat comes in, I'm just trying to organize these beats a little bit. Oops. Just a sec. I'm just confused about where things are. That's the kick, that's not it. That's it. Okay, so the clap is in here somewhere. Where is it? Cool. All right, let's keep this going. I've got 3 kits, and so the claps are all over the place basically. So I'm going to find this clap over here. I'd like to find this one and maybe fine tune it a little bit, make it sound a bit beefier. It's located in this sample bank of claps. This one over here. There it is. Now we generally have some drive controls on here nowadays. So I'm going to just convert this to a sampler, see if I can beef it up a little bit with some drive. Filter global. There is a drive engine over here. Let's beef that up. I'm going to go 4-bit and a mount. That's it, kind of lo-fi. Alright, I see we got a little bit of stream choppiness. Okay, good. And I also wanted to slap a bit harder, so I'm gonna cut it off. The sample itself can start without its transients, I think is a good way to do that. So we might have to... Yeah, so the attack value is at 0, and we want to now take the start point. Sustain mode is not allowing me to do that. Snap was on. That's a bit better, a little bit punchier. Okay, good, there we go. Not really hitting me, but it's fine. We'll come back to this. I'm not going to spend way too much time on it, as I sometimes do. Okay, cool. Let's get on with it then. Ooh. We do need a straight up just this type of thing. Yeah, we need this thing in the background. Let's add another pad, no harm in that. I'm going to just create a high-pitched sort of whine effect, so we're going to call this a whine. I've got a very clear idea of what I'm trying to achieve here, which really helps with like composition. Okay. Pretty soon we're going to have some pretty cool cyberpunk music ready for you guys to use in your own projects. You can turn anything into you can turn like a video of you walking down the street into like a real badass moment with this music. Okay. Okay, let's get a nice sort of string patch maybe. So we've got to get something. And we want devices. Synth string bass is quite nice actually. 80s FM sparkle strings. 80s FM strings. Haven't used those. Let's try those. I have a feeling the answer is going to be under wavetable, as always. Okay, it doesn't really matter. We're going to process it quite hard anyway, so let's try it. Just go in. And now we need a high-pitched. Good. Let's get a new. One, two, three, four. No, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just recording the whole patch. Prefer to use my hands to my mouse. Okay. There it ends. Okay. Okay, good. Now we got a nice long one of those. We can add that to where this begins over here. Then we drop into this 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Good. Now let's get the attack down so it goes straight in, and then we don't need as much volume, so we'll just take this out at -15. Cool. Hey, Gilp2, what's cooking? Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing today? Question by Gilp2: do you know when Ableton will release Live 12 full version? No, I do not. If you find out, please let me know. There are some improvements, I gather, but you know, like I was saying to the other guys yesterday, I'm not one of those people who's like so hungry for the new version, because I don't feel that like the music that I make requires the latest sounds. I'm not aiming to make that type of music. That's just me personally. I'm not a pop music guy. Like, I'm a 40-year-old dad, so it's not really like in my interest to try and keep up with people half my age, basically. But if you, if that's your thing, if you want like the latest sounds, then you should definitely go ahead and try and find a way to upgrade as soon as possible. Alright, this is way too like whiny in my ears. I want this to be, that's it, thinner. I just need a hint of it so that it doesn't get in the way of the other stuff. There we go. And now we also want a bit of wobble on this, so I'm going to add a that's a bit, I've taken out a bit too much of the mids now. If you want to get notified when it gets released, you should probably just sign up for the Ableton newsletter. I think that's the way to do it. Yeah, well, nice to see you again. Thanks for showing up. This is kind of weird, this sound that I'm messing with now. We definitely need a harder kind of hit coming through here. Okay, we need this one here to also drop out at the same time that the others do. So show the automation for that, please. That's where it drops out. Great. So let's hear that again. Cool. And drop out. Okay, now we can also do ourselves a favor and make sure that everything kind of drops out at that moment, but not necessarily all at the same time. We just give some of them a bit more time to be active and others not, but I do want to drop out. I want to create a moment. So take it from the beginning of that bar. 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Kicks disappear. Okay, good, except now I don't want this high-pitched whine to return. I just want to cut it off there and delete it there. So that's that, and then we do want the bass to drop out where it did. Bass to drop out there, maybe a little bit later. Din 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 din. No, it doesn't matter. Maybe we do bass a bit earlier. So here. Dun, dun. This whine should be just later. Yeah, a little bit later. No, it's this. Why is there still a clap there? I thought it was... This kit is not dropping out. I'm changing the wrong thing here. Changing chain send instead of automation, so we need that to drop out there. Okay, here we go. Top of the bar. 1, 2, 2. Okay, good. There's one more thing I want to do here. Gilp says, did you check out Signs of Life and the other day? Signs of Life I didn't, thanks for reminding me, but I did check out Dash. In fact, I looked at his stuff last night while I was chilling out. Yeah, super cool dude. His Dash's thing is mostly like product reviews of cool synths, and he works in Bitwig, which I think is like Ableton advanced. I think it's got everything that Ableton can do, but kind of more. So I'm considering actually looking at Bitwig as a production tool. But he's kind of the opposite to what I do, because he is reviewing third-party VSTs. Like, he gets really into Serum and Vital and these types of very popular beasts of sound generators. But what I do is I try and keep everything I do within Ableton Live's default library. So my strength isn't mind-blowing sounds. My strength is portability, the ability to send these projects to the community without them needing to download external instruments. So we kind of like, in that way, I mean, we got like opposite turf, but I know him. He's a very cool guy. I used to go and get stuff at the shop where he worked here in Cape Town, and super knowledgeable, and I'm really glad for him, man. I'm glad that he succeeded and he's doing well on YouTube. It's really like inspiring to me as a guy from Cape Town, you know? Let's do one more bar here. Okay, okay, good. I do feel like we need something bigger to happen. This clap isn't nearly loud enough. Not so sure about this now. I think this still qualifies as build up. So we're just doing a lot of build up here. Let's get this going to the sends. This can also just be a little bit lower in the mix. Okay, good. Gilp says, are you into ambient and dark ambient? Yes, I listen to dark ambient when I work because it's so peaceful and it keeps my mind focused. It's like the same reason I listen to ASMR. It keeps me focused. No, I can't listen to anything with lyrics, you know. Even if they're in English, I can't listen to them. Any other language I can hear. Okay, let's sort this out. I want this beat to cook. There's just like a hint of a slap there, a clap at least. And then here's our sort of kickoff moment. So at this point, I want the claps to start. Yeah, I want the claps to be the same as the claps in this one over here. That's that one, and this one. That's the Zapier, and then over here. That's where these ones kick off. Good, so Visions clap, as you can see here, Visions clap. I'm gonna now take it from here, yeah, this one over here. I wonder if I can just add it to there. This is part of the same channel. Alright, let's try it out. Visions clap. No, that didn't work. Okay, let's try it again. Visions clap. I'm going to click and drag and add it as a multi into this section here. Now you should see it says multi. Let me just show you what I'm doing. Instrument rack. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Now we've got both instead of just the top one. No, there's no difference. I'm still triggering the wrong thing. And then over here, this is where we want to get the second clap going. It's not bad. So what we do is this, we're gonna just get this one that is triggering the clap. I want it to be a multi. Okay, so I want this to be a multi, which means I need to find the sample that is not being triggered, which is gonna be here, and I'll show it in Explorer, and then I will Visions clap 125 needs to be added to Visions clap 127 like that. There we go. It's a bit better. Snap off, and yeah, that's better. Now we just take this down. Now we're only triggering the one instead of both. That's not ideal. So we want that's it. Better, and I can get rid of that one. Actually, I can get rid of this instrument track. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So this can be ungrouped. Now we've got a sampler with two samples in it, which serves as the Visions clap. Okay, that's the sound I was going for. Good. My kick still needs a lot of work. Okay, let's do the same for the kick. We want to get a nice groovy kind of... That's the one that's currently being triggered. Solo those out. Okay. This one here, I want to see if I can do better with that. So let's take that up. By the way, great Cyberpunk track. Thanks so much, Gilp. Appreciate you stopping by, man. That's what it's about, man. We're making some good music here. And I'm going to be releasing it to the community in a couple of days. A couple of weeks probably, but getting there. That's what we need, a little bit of punch there, so let's find that one. Cool, let's take the volume up. Just push it a little bit. Take the fade down so that we have control. I want this to be a sampler. As with most of my other tracks, I convert them to samplers. There. Now I'm going to actually just change the... Good. It sounds a bit more like a psytrance thing, which is what I was intending. but it's a bit too long. It's a bit more aggressive, which I like. What if we've got a fade out here? Better. It's better, yeah, it's getting there. Alright, guys, this is good. We're making some progress on this track. What I do need at this point, I think, is for these hi-hats to come in a bit earlier, so here. And then we'd also need some kind of down sweep moment. So I'm going to actually just search for down sweeps. There are tons in my samples folder. I know Vengeance does tons of down sweeps, down lifter. I'm going to just go with that one, I think. Let's just listen. I like the fact that it's long. Okay, cool. Let's get one of those in here. Let's just check the routing to make sure everything's still going to the master. And then we've got texture as one patch over here. I'm going to duplicate that at least, and we're going to call it texture 2. At least we're going to also call it texture, and then take down lifter and stick it where we'd expect this moment to happen. So that's going to be there. And we do another one like this. Just keep that going basically. This is kind of the beef of the track, you know, like that. See if we can get a drive on this, or second oscillator maybe. No? Alright, let's get some drive on it. Yeah, a little bit of kick there, that's nice. No, that's not gonna work. It's basically just this. This is just the heart of the track. Karma, welcome to the stream. What is cooking, dude? It is here, it is 4:45 in the afternoon. So I do live streams my time 4 to 5 p.m, which is 2 p.m. GMT. Every weekday. Nice to see you. Haven't seen you here before. What brings you here today, and how can I assist? Other than just making dope beats. Okay, I'm going to move on from this soon, kids. I'm going to make a fork of it and start on track 3. I find it helps to come back to stuff over time. Where I live, Gilp says here where I live is 4:45, so that would be somewhere just an hour behind me. This is sounding better. I do like the way this is going. Fortunately, I still have a bit of headroom. And here comes the kind of second part. Okay, let's do some more automation here just for this end kick. I want everything to drop out temporarily. Just over here. Okay, I'm going to stop there and start again. This is what I'm after. Oops. Speaker on. Yeah. And then we need to include some samples in those gaps that really create a moment, basically. So we've got to find a relevant sample now, something that just pops right out. I do have a bunch of samples in here, and I'm thinking about something like, let's hear the reference track. You can't hear this as usual, but I'm listening now to a reference track from the game, Cyberpunk 2077. You can't hear it because I turned it off for YouTube, so I don't get flagged, you know. Okay, I just had an idea, which is no, we're not gonna do it. That's fine. That's how it goes, kind of in the do. Okay, let's duplicate this scene and just go do. Yeah, just kind of hit you a little bit there. No, not right there, but maybe here. Yeah, that's it. Bringing it in. It's a good combination of sounds, this. Let's do it again over here. I like this dun 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 vibe. It's good. Okay, good. And then the other little moment that I wanted to create was a breaker in between parts. So we're looking for a kind of a oscillation, that kind of thing. We could actually just create it. No, I'm going to find a sample rather. Okay, this is all about sound design. So let's get... no, actually, yeah, let's use samples. Scrape synths, whooshes, impacts, pads, reverses, downshifters. These are all very cool, except... yeah, typical. One shots. Indium harmonium. Okay, I'm just listening out for different potential samples here that I can use to fill in the gap. Oh, I've got combinator patches and refill stuff in here. Don't need that. Chords. That's the type of thing that I'm after, exactly that. So we're going to put it in right here and see how it sounds. Something unrelated to what's going on, because I find that when you add something that's not like musically related to a part, it creates a type of cognitive dissonance. It's the same way you see YouTube channels where it's like, you know, pointing at a picture of an orange saying this is not an orange or something like that. Then it makes you want to know more, it makes you click through. So that's kind of the equivalent here, creating a little bit of tension, mental tension. And let's take this down. We don't need it to blast our ears off. Let's see how this sounds, shall we? Okay, good, but it's in the wrong place. What I want it to be is in this place over here. And maybe we could also reverse it. Here we go. Okay, let's try it as a reversed sample and just see how that sounds basically. Yeah, just a little bit of something, you know, just like adds a little bit of something to the vibe. Cool cats. I think I'm gonna wrap it up for now. That's enough of this track. But before we do that, I've got one or two small little changes to make. The one thing I've got to do is firstly change this to a fork. So I'm going to save it as Cyberpunk 03, which then this becomes the starting point for my next project, and then I try to emulate you know, other tracks from the Cyberpunk 2077 soundtrack. And yeah, that's it. That's where we're going. We're going into the world of free releases. If you just joined or you're watching later in time, then yeah, you know, the usual, check out the Patreon. There are, I think, 23 packs now available on Patreon. I've got lots more on the way. There are about half of those are free, so you can go and download this type of stuff and get working on it immediately. And yeah, that's pretty much the sell. There's free. Check the link in the description for the access to the free packs that I make. If you're into music production and you want to get somewhere with it, then it's a good idea to start with projects that are already, you know, sort of finished, and then you can unpack them, reverse engineer them, find out how they were made, that kind of thing. Alright, man, well, that's it. I'm gonna go now. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys 2 p.m. UTC. Live streams here every day. I'm making some progress on this Ableton pack. I'm just gonna play out with it so I can hear it later tonight on my Bud headphones to see the real test, you know, how does it sound on Bud headphones. Cool, thanks for watching, dudes, and yeah, I'll catch you again soon. Cheers.